All right, so welcome everyone and hello to the future tech enthusiast of tomorrow. I hope you and your family are doing well, and thank you for joining us in this exciting open house. I'm Deeksha and my co-host Naman. We are the host of today's session. So hi Naman, how are you?
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Diksha. How are you? I'm good. And I hope the audience who has joined us today, even they are doing great. So how are you guys doing, everyone?
Yes, everyone, please let us know in the chat box. I hope you all are doing well today.
Again, guys, who are joining us very first time, this session is going to be very fruitful. You are going to take away some important aspects which are going to help you going forward. So please communicate with us in the chat box. It will make this session live and it will really help us to see your query, or you have some suggestions, or you want to answer the questions. So use the chat box. So Diksha,
Yeah.
again, as we always follow our tradition, do we have any such surprise coming up for our audience? Just
Yeah,
like
exactly.
earlier?
Yeah, we do have a lot of exciting prizes for today's audience. I hope everyone is excited. Even I am excited too for them.
Absolutely, definitely. I mean, everyone who joins this session, it is definitely an honor for us that they are taking out some important time and coming as a guest. So, guys, so what do you think, Diksha? What are we going to do today? So, how the agenda looks like?
Okay, so basically today we are presenting a sneak peek into the future as today's session is all about the IT job trends in 2023, navigating the changing landscape, your passport to a flying IT career. So basically we'll be discovering interactive eye-catching path to success. I'm gonna give you some practical tips that can use in your own journey. So we'll be taking the questions. Please feel to type your answers in the chat box. So are you ready to conquer the IT world in 2023 and beyond? Everyone please let me know in the chat box. Are you all ready?
So, guys, I mean, it's a simple question for everyone. So, do you really want to land a job before the year ends? I think people who have joined us here, everyone, they want to, find a job and get ready, to switch into a new career. And I think, Diksha, we have a guest today to inspire all of us, Mr. Tosan, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, basically, in our today's agenda, we're gonna let you know about Earth, that what is Thinkcloudly is all about, and then as Naman said, that we're gonna welcome one of our guests. He gonna share his experience, that how he got his job into IT, and then we're gonna have our webinar offer, and after that, we'll be letting you know about the 2023 trends, like what is all about that would be let you know by this is all let me know by Naman, and then we'll have the quiz session, and at last we're gonna have the Q&A session.
Yes, yes, guys, this is gonna be a very important session for all of us, as I mentioned earlier, because we have some important takeaways. We need to understand the trends. Students or the audience who has joined here today, and I have seen many people saying yes in the chat box that we want to land a job before this year ends, right? So it is quite important that are we really walking in the right direction? And that's why this session actually matters to all of us, right? So yeah, so let's get started. Can we start, everyone? So can we get a go ahead from all of you who are here with us, in the audience? So are we ready to start and dive into a real session, everyone? Okay, great. Thank you so much, guys. Keep your interactivity high in the chat box. Even let us feel that you are in front of us. I know that this connecting remotely on Zoom, sometimes, we lose that connectivity with the student, but all this chat option and, your suggestions actually make us feel that, okay, we are, together in the same forum. Okay, over to you, Diksha. Do you want to talk about Thinkcloudly for the people who have joined very first time here?
Yeah, exactly. So in today's session, there are a lot of people who already know about Think Loudly, what it's all about. But for the new audience, I would like to tell that Think Loudly helps you secure your journey to become certified IT and management professional, reserving your spot for high-paying opportunities, and we provide more than 25 plus courses to our students. Where we'll be helping them with the training with our specialized trainers who are having 11 to 15-year experience in IT, and also we'll help them with certifications, hands-on projects, and job assistance in IT. And definitely we'll be helping to get a clear path to the career success.
Yes, exactly, Diksha. You know what? One of the student, Diksha, I was talking to one of the student, and he had the same question that why should I choose Think Loudly over other platforms? You know, guys, I just told him one answer, and that is the same review we have received from our students. Think Loudly is not just a learning platform. We are much beyond that. We are enablers whenever you need our help, you know, maybe in securing a job, even after a job, or let's say, you know, your interviewer is asking you to, come for a interview round, and you need some help, or you need some help with resume building, right? Because as an individual who has no experience in IT, the problem arises whether am I writing or am I creating the right resume or not, right? Am I creating the, a good LinkedIn account with the right information or not? All these questions actually, creates a very big difference, that whether am I getting the right help or not. And that's where Think Loudly helps. At every step we are going to meet, we're going to meet at resume step, we are going to meet at LinkedIn step, and we are going to enable that step more professionally, and that will really take you one step ahead to your career growth. Okay, so that's why Think Loudly is not just a learning platform, it's much beyond that. And we promise all our students, even the alumni who have secured the job, that guys, we are going to be there with you until the end. And we never know what's that end. Okay. So that's about Think Loudly, guys. So at any point of time in this journey, you need any help, reach out to any one of our crew, and let's figure it out that how can we solve that, okay, together. So that's very important. Yeah. So going forward, Disha, over to you again.
All right, well, so now we're going to welcome our guest, Tosan, who was one of the students from Think Loudly who achieved this spot in the field of cybersecurity. And he's gonna let us know about his journey, that how he achieved this goal, what obstacles he faced. So let's listen from Tosan itself. So everyone, please welcome Tosan.
I
So
think first of
are you
all,
there?
we can congratulate sorry to cut you, Diksha, but I think first of all, let's congratulate Tosan to, Tosan to, achieve this goal, which is not an easy goal for sure. And, let's congratulate, Tosan, and let's hear his story out. Let's see what he did and what were the real obstacles he faced throughout his journey. And today he is working in IT as a cybersecurity, specialist. So, Tosan, are you here with us? Edmin, would you mind to, unmute Tosan, please?
Hi everyone. Can everyone hear me clearly?
Yes, yes, Tosan, we can hear you clearly. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Okay. All right. So my name is Tosan. Right now I'm currently working as a cybersecurity consultant. I started working as a cybersecurity consultant last month, so I just started the position. Uh, the journey to me becoming a cybersecurity consultant, like there was a lot of things I had to do. There was a lot of steps and all of that. It like I'll say there was like a couple of challenges and a lot of things I had to do to get to that stage. And, Thinkcloudly was like there all the way to help me through that step and guide me through so many different things, like the saying, like helping with the resume and all of that stuff. And they were really helpful in that step. Like getting into the world of IT, if you look at the job market today, it's a really competitive market. There is like, a lot of people who wants to get an IT job. Everybody wants to get into the career. Mostly if you're looking for 100% remote that you can do the job from anywhere in the country or any location. It's really competitive, but that's not like doesn't mean you can't you can't get the job. All you have to do is like do the right thing, take the right step, and then definitely you're gonna get the job. My own personal advice, one thing I normally tell people, like when I apply for jobs, sometimes you go to a job website, say be Indeed, LinkedIn, or anywhere, and then they post a job, and then you see 1,000 people has already applied for this job already, and then you're like, how am I going to stand out of 1,000 people that apply for this same one job? Like, how am I going to be the one who's going to get the job? But the real fact, out of that 1,000 people, I bet you only 5 of those people or 10 of those people actually meets the requirement for the job. So one of the things Thinkcloudly is going to help you do is to be among those 5 people that actually meets the requirement for the job. So when you go in there, there's 1,000 people in there, that doesn't matter. But you go in there, you have everything ready, you have your resume well prepared, you have the knowledge. That makes you become among those 5 people out there that stands out in that job position. Some of the challenges I faced during the process mostly was one of them was like self-confidence. Like, there is something called imposter syndrome. So it's like you think like a lot of you, I'm pretty sure a lot of you doesn't really know anything about IT. Some people don't even know what the computer, like how to do anything in the computer. It's just like, okay, the computer is there. And then you're asking yourself, like, okay, I don't really know anything about IT and I want to go apply for like a cybersecurity, a developer, a network guy, a project manager, or any other field related in IT. And you're asking yourself, like, how am I going to be able to? Am I going to be able to do the job when I don't really know anything about it? And then you kind of like, okay, I don't want to really spend my time in applying for this job. I'm going to give up because like I think I'm not good enough, especially when you go in there and you see all of these requirements. Somebody's telling you, you need to know this, you need to do this, you need to have experience about these things. And then you're like, okay, I don't really know any of those things, so I'm not going to be able to survive. But that's just a big lie. Like, when you take a class with Thinkcloudly, like they would teach you all of those things. And then by the end of the class session, you will be confident that, okay, all of these things like 3 weeks, 1 month ago, I don't know how to do. You will be able to know how to do them. And when you go in there, you will be sitting with other people who have been doing the thing for 10 years, 5 years, and you will be able to like sit with them and work with them like you have been doing that same thing for 5, 10 years. So one thing I advise people is like, no matter what you see, no matter what you read out there, don't make that, don't make that discourage you. Like, don't make that discourage you. All you just have to do is believe in yourself, follow all the instruction that, the instructor admin gives to you. You will be able to like achieve those things. So that's like my advice to everybody like in this call today to like believe in themselves, do like the project, the work, or whatsoever task that is being assigned to you. And also, for you to be successful, you also have to like invest time in your own self. Like, if you have an hour class session every day or an hour, 30 minutes, like just don't stay like, okay, that's the only thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close my books, I'm gonna close my computer, I'm gonna call it a day. Then, the next day I come back for my 1 hour. You need to also invest time in yourself and do your own research. When I was working with Thinkcloudly regarding my resume, applying for job, like initially when they built my resume and they gave it to me, and when I was applying for this jobs position and all of that, when I read the job description and other things, I also do my own research. And when I find like key information and things I did that might help me get in that job position, I come back and I meet with my advisor and I say, hey, what do you think about this thing? Like maybe we should add this particular thing to my resume because I have read about this thing and it might help. And then they always listen and work with me. I was like, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. And then we adjust the resume and then we do that. And so you have to also invest time in yourself to also do that research. While they are helping you, you're helping yourself, and that's how you become successful. I don't know if anybody have any question they want to ask me.
Yeah, guys, I mean, see, Tosan is sharing his journey. So, do you have any specific question you would like to ask him? Tosan, I have prepared, few questions for you, which will really help our audience. And I'll start once, the audience, like they are done asking questions. So, anyone, in the audience, do you have any question for Tosan, which can really help you? Guys, please put down your question, everyone. If you have any question in the chat box, please put down. Meanwhile, Tosin, so how long did it take, to land a job? Um, and and how was the journey? Was it stressful, or you knew it that you will do it? So how was the journey, in terms of like the length, the duration, and second, was it really stressful or was it easy, you took it easy?
So in terms of duration, like I started working on getting a job in cybersecurity in the summer, I'll say early May. So I took like a couple of certification and then, learned a couple of things and the resume. Like for me, it was pretty straightforward. Like I won't 100% say it wasn't stressful. Like I have to like I said, go through a lot of job application and all of that, prepare myself for interview and all of those things. So like I wouldn't say those part was not stressful. That was stressful. Like, if you're gonna sit in an interview with three people you don't know before.
Okay. And one more thing, like, w- were you having any experience of cybersecurity before joining this job, or were you really new at your job?
Yeah, so previously before getting into cybersecurity, I was working as an IT support before getting into cybersecurity.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And there's another question that how many interviews you had to go through? Was it like 3 interviews or 10 interviews, 20 interviews before you landed this cybersecurity role?
Had to go through 7 years.
How many? 7?
Yes.
Okay, great. And so right now, as you're working as cybersecurity consultant, so is it difficult to deal with the current job role? Because you might be having some challenges. So is it difficult, or are you getting enough assistance from your peers, or are you getting enough time by the management to deal with the task right now you have been assigned?
Yeah, so right now, um, I am getting assistance from the management. So that's why I say it's like when you get this position, they just don't throw the job at you and then put you in like a serious project. Like right now I'm working with management and then they expose you to like their environment, what they use and stuff like that to make sure you're comfortable with those things before they make you start doing things yourself. Like that's one, like from my experience, that's one thing I've seen with this company is it's like there is a lot of things out there, so they just don't always assume 100% how their system works. So they always take time to get you well settled in your system before they let you
No,
take on
absolutely.
project by yourself.
Yes, Tosan, I think that's right because I have even heard that, when you get a task, you get enough time to solve it. And also peers, you can also reach out to your peers to seek help, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is another guy who is asking a question that do you need any kind of a Python or shell scripting or batch scripting at job, or don't you require that?
Well, so in terms of scripting, it depends on what position you're applying for. So that's like something like, like if you take the course with Thinkcloudly, like they would like expose you to those things based on whatever position you're going for. Then if that is needed, if that's something you want to learn, they are always there to like walk you through it.
Yeah, absolutely. Tosan, students can take up the projects and they can work on the projects. And when they work on the project, they will gain that kind of experience. So you're right. So there's another question, Tosan, that, how were you able to keep your spirit during the job search? Because there were many rejections, or, sometimes the process is difficult. So how were you able to keep up your spirit? Is there any answer on for that?
So the way I'm able to keep up my spirit is like, I know what I want. Like I said previously before, like you need to take away that imposter syndrome. Like you have to believe in yourself and say it's like all of those guys out there that is working in this particular position, they are human beings like you also. They are not, understand. They learn this thing, they study this thing, like you also can do it. So like once you believe in yourself that yes, I also can do it, even if these challenges are coming your way, they will keep you going. That's what keeps me going. Like I once went to a job interview and the interviewer asked me a question if I know how to use the ticketing system they are using, which was Zendesk. And then I told the interviewer, I have used all that different ticketing system. And then the interviewer told me, sorry, they're looking for somebody that have used their particular ticketing system. Now that might kill your spirit and says, oh, I can do it, like, but if you think about it, like every interviewer you have, they have their own way, they have their own opinion to things and stuff like that. So what one person says, another person cannot say, like doesn't say it that way. There's also gonna be other job interviewers that's gonna say, oh, if you already know how to work three other ticketing systems, our ticketing system is just exactly almost the same. You can figure out how to do it. So it's like you're gonna get all of those kind of minor things that recruiters, interview managers, they're gonna try to try to discourage you, but you don't want to let that bring you down. You want to keep believing in yourself that yes, I can do it, and then that's how you succeed.
Thank you so much, Tosan. I really appreciate that you answered each and every question very honestly. And the inputs you have shared with the audience and the students, it is certainly going to help. And Tosan, there is one last question which I want to take it up because I see many questions in the chat box, but I want to just take up the last question. So, what was that thing which you liked during the course? Was it the projects, tools, or the knowledge, or the instructor? So what was the best thing you liked about the course attending with the Think Loudly? If you can just put a light on it, it will really help our students to focus on that as well. You know.
Yeah, one thing I like through the whole process, like the focus and everything, was like, the interaction with the instructor. So it's not like you're just getting something dumped at you and you can't really ask questions or like provide a feedback or something like that. It's like the instructor works with you to make sure you're succeeding. Like I said, like when I was doing my resume, they were like other things I found out on my own end, and I worked with my advisor to like, Iba would do things this way, and they were ready to work with me instead of like, there's your resume, you have your resume, by, that's all you get, when you want to change something or something is not working out, there is always somebody there to talk to and they will help you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tosan. I think we have a very good reviews for you in the chat box. Uche is really appreciating you, even Kunle, other people are also appreciating you. So thank you so much, Tosan, for sharing your real experience, of landing a cybersecurity job. And trust me, people out there in the audience and people out there who are really trying their best to land a job in IT as on different roles, maybe on a cloud engineer, DevOps engineer, cybersecurity consultant. Everyone is facing that heat, and you are someone who has achieved it. So it's a big inspiration for all of us, and talking to you and finding that if you can do it, then probably we can also do it. So that is something, the spirit, which is very important for our students. And I would like to just say thank you for joining today, and it was really helpful.
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you, Tosan. So, guys, we can just say congratulations to Tosan, and we can say thank you to Tosan for joining this. I think it was a really good session. What do you think, guys? Was it a good session for us, everyone? Can we use the chat, and can everyone let us know if it was really helpful? So, guys, let's move on to the next part. Okay, so guys, anyone here? I know that many of our students have joined today. So, guys, did anyone has installed the Android application? Have you explored the Thinkcloudly's Android application? Did anyone download it in the audience? Can anyone please let us know that, if anyone has downloaded the application of Thinkcloudly in your Android phone? So guys, it's very important, if you have a device which is Android, non-Apple device, Thinkcloudly has its own application, a mobile application. It's very important application. The sessions you attend at Thinkcloudly, you can access those sessions on mobile application as well. Also, you can access some of the free courses, which is going to be very helpful. So we have uploaded very important free courses, and even we are coming up with new courses in near future. So you can download Thinkcloudly application and you can find some free courses. And if you are already attending a training with Thinkcloudly, you can also access all your recordings on the application. So guys, please go and check out our application, Android application. It's going to be very helpful. Trust me, everyone. Okay. So next, moving on to, yeah. So over here, this is a very important, everyone. So, okay, can anyone tell me like how many of you have kids? Do you guys have kids? Can anyone please let me know if you have kids in the chat box? Everyone. So guys, we have created a special program especially for kids. It's very important. Because kids today, they are into many different places, but they want to they want to learn something, and it's the right time that we push them towards the IT from an age of 9 years or maybe 8 years old. If your kids are older than that, that's really good. So if you have your kids, who are older than 8 or 9 years, you can plan their winter vacations. You can plan the time coming up very soon. You can sign up in our course, which is designed only for kids. And we are focusing on game development. Can you imagine your 9-year kid developing a small game? Isn't it exciting? As a parent, do you think if your kid is able to build a game, a small game, isn't it exciting? Secondly, we have seen, with our within our students, that whosoever has promoted these courses within their children, we have seen that it has helped even in academics, because this program makes your kid smarter, even in the academics. So you can sign up and you can see the benefit of learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all the web development technology with game development. So make sure, guys, you are planning the vacation of your kids in advance, or if your kids are available on the weekends, plan this course out. It will be really helpful. Okay, so guys, let's get started. So who is excited to learn about the IT trends in 2023? I know that we are almost, about to end this year, but we still have 3 months left. Okay, so how many of you are excited to know more about the IT trends in next 3 months? Because I asked one question when this session started, and you all of you, I think most of you told me that you have a plan to land a job within this year. So this is quite important to know the real trends of the market, and so that you can really understand the market, how the market dynamics is, and how well you can, gel with the market and you can land the job. It's quite important, everyone, that we understand this market. Okay, so let me start with the salary. So let's look at the salary and let's find out that what is the salary structure looks like. Okay, in 2023, what's the average salary? So over here you see this is going to be the average salary. Okay, and we are taking United States as an as an base. So we are considering the salary of United States, or in United States, for cloud engineer, for database engineer, for DevOps engineer. I know that many of you are part of different programs. Some of you are part of cloud program, which is AWS or Azure. Some of you are in DevOps. Some of you are in cybersecurity. Some of you are in software development, or some of you are in help desk, right? So you need to look at the salary stack, from a very different perspective, or from a real perspective, that what's going on in United States. Okay, so so now, for people who are attending the program on AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, do we have anyone over here who is attending the program on AWS? Can you guys please let me know? Whosoever is here who is attending the program AWS, or who has attended the program on AWS. So guys, this is for you. This is when I say 25th percentile and 50th percentile, right? Or 75, what does it mean? So 25 percentile means the people who are starting their career. Okay, who are starting the career. 50th percentile means who are in the mid career, who has at least 4 or 5 years of experience. And 75th percentile means that you are at least have 10 years. So I think audiences who are here, I think you guys either lie in 25th percentile or 50th percentile. Right now, let me recall this again, that I am talking about, the average salary. The highest salary and the minimum salary can differ. So the average salary, people who are going to start the career in 2023, they are going to make at least the average salary of $102,500. and $2,500. This is going to be the average yearly pay. And if I talk about the 50th percentile, which means if you are able to show some experience in your resume of 4 to 5, your average salary can go go up to 122,750. I'm talking about the cloud engineer, people who are just looking for a job based on the AWS and Azure. Okay, these are the two clouds I'm talking about right now, AWS and the Azure. Now we can relate this with DevOps engineer. So do we have people over here who are attending or attended the DevOps training? Okay. So do we have people over here? Everyone, guys, do we have here? Guys, there is a slight difference, in the average pay if you combine your skills of cloud engineering with DevOps engineering. You're gonna make more money as compared to cloud engineer. You can see over here, there's a slight difference. Okay. And even for the people who are going to show some experience in the resume, there's a slight difference, but for the average pay of DevOps engineer. Now, whenever, some people can tell me that, Naman, it does not matter whether I make 100, $2,500, or if I make $108,000, it does not matter to me, because what matters to me is to get a job. Am I right, everyone? So what does it matter? Salary matters or getting a job matters? What do you think, guys? Everyone who has joined here, what matters to you? Job matters to you, or a salary matters to you? Job, right? So I think 90% people over here will agree with me that that job matters more than salary, because you're gonna step into IT career, right? Guys, you know what happens? I know that this $6,000 difference will not be a big thing, right? But I tell you one thing, DevOps opens up many opportunities, many opportunities. So as compared to cloud, maybe the cloud engineer or DevOps engineer are making, same amount of money. But what matters over here, that how many opportunity I open to get my first job. Okay, that's important. So over here, you can see there's a slight difference in the salary. And for DevOps engineer, there are more opportunities at this point of time. So people who are attending AWS, try to get, uh, you know, uh, more and more understanding on DevOps as well, which will really help you. Trust me, every interviewer will expect you to have at least some idea on, DevOps. Now, let's talk about people who want to get into help desk role. There are many people who come to us and they want to land a job into help desk. You can see over here, the salaries are quite low. If we talk about, if you want to start your career, or if you want to go mid career, which is 4 to 5 years or 6 years probably, over here the salary listed, this is again the average pay. Okay. And over here there are multiple tiers on which tier you get selected. Okay, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So it differs from salary to salary, but the opportunities at help desk is really high. So people who want to start their career, maybe you guys are doing some jobs which you don't like, but you still want to get a job, right? Help desk can be your starting point of IT, because DevOps and cloud can take bit longer, maybe longer than 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, but help desk is quite easy to get. If you're able to understand the real thing under help desk, like how to support people, then it's quite easy to get a job as an help desk. There are other roles which are listed over here, with respect to database developer, or maybe network administrator, network security engineer. Guys, these three roles, I do not recommend that you go for these roles like database engineers or maybe network engineer. This is my personal recommendation looking at the market right now. The problem with these roles is that these are very old roles. I mean, if you look at the industry, you will find that these roles exist from last 15 to 20 years. Now, the cracking the interviews is becoming very difficult day by day. Why? Because the industry is already mature. There are people who have already spent a lot of time, and there are many people in this industry of database developer and network engineer. So the job options and the number of jobs are quite limited. So that's why I don't want to talk about these roles. If you are still interested, you can certainly try. Maybe if you have good skills, you can land a job. But job opportunities as compared to cloud, or maybe DevOps, or maybe AI, artificial intelligence, or probably data analyst, Power BI, you know you will find database, network engineer, security bit low. Okay. Now over here, we have not listed about cybersecurity. So how many of you are learning cybersecurity right now? Do you guys want to know about cybersecurity? That what is the average pay of cybersecurity who wants to start their career? So how many of you are learning cybersecurity right now over here? Only two people? Anyone else? Do we have anyone in the audience who is learning cybersecurity right now? Okay. So basically, people who want to start their career as a cybersecurity, right? Trust me, guys, this is big, right? I mean, it has the same job demand, just like cloud engineer and DevOps engineer. Trust me, everyone. This is coming up next, especially if I talk about United States market and Canada market. We are seeing the upward trend right now. Market is so high, not in just 2023, but in 2024, you're gonna see a massive growth for cybersecurity specialist, just like DevOps engineer and cloud engineer. So guys, make sure if you are spending time on cybersecurity, right, try to make sure that your fundamentals are quite strong and you're able to apply your knowledge. That's going to be very helpful. Now, coming to the average pay of cybersecurity specialist is $110,000. That's the average pay, which is the starting, in the start of your career, 25th percentile. The average pay is going to be is actually $110,000. That's the average pay. And you know what? This can go up to $220,000 or $240,000. That's totally up to you guys. Okay. So this is going to be a booming career coming up next. And when I talk about cybersecurity, it also covers your GRC, GRC roles, which is governance, risk and compliance, and also IT auditing, because auditing happens so frequently. And every organization, they want to comply with the government policies, they want to comply with many things. So GRC analyst and also the IT auditor, those roles are also seeing an upward trend in 2023, and we are predicting that even 2024 it's going to be real good. Okay. Now, coming to AI and ML, this is the last thing which I want to talk about when I talk about the salary. See what is going on with AI ML. So do we have anyone here who is learning artificial intelligence? Do we have anyone over here? Okay. So basically, people who are learning artificial intelligence, right? Over here, the market is good, market is real good. But the problem with this market right now is it is getting mature too quickly, because the complete industry focus is on artificial intelligence. The market is actually getting mature very fast, which means the complexity of the interviews, we are seeing this and we have heard from our students that the complexity of the interviews is going up. The average salary is actually $125,000, for the people who have good skills with artificial intelligence and machine learning. So that is something we are seeing for the people who are starting their career. But the complexity is very high. Python is the major requirement. Okay, so you need to learn Python very well if you really want to step into artificial intelligence. Plus, you need to have a very strong statistics background. Okay, so you need to, yes, this is USD. So salaries which we are talking about, this is in United States, salary. And your statistics skills should be very strong and your Python skills should be very strong. So guys, make sure people who are trying to step into artificial intelligence, market is big like cybersecurity and cloud and DevOps, but the interview complexity can be higher. So if you think that you cannot handle a lot of technical activities, let's refrain going into artificial intelligence. We have other path as well. So this is our personal recommendation to all the students who are looking forward to start the career in IT. So was it helpful, everyone? Can we move next? Was it really helpful to get a sneak peek of the industry. Can we go next, guys? Everyone, are we ready? Okay. Now, I want to share a few facts with everyone over here. A lot of people, they come and tell me that, Naman, okay, I think people, you guys know my name, right? My name is Naman. So, so basically, a lot of people, they come to me and say, Naman, industry, or we are moving towards recession. So how many of you agrees that we are moving towards recession, or we are already in recession? How many of you agree with me? Looking at the Canadian market and US market, do you think that we are moving towards recession and we are in recession already? So guys, this is quite right that we are in recession already, and there are many jobs where we are seeing good number of layoffs, right? We are seeing a lot of layoffs happening, right? And we are seeing a lot of problem happening. But I tell you one thing that and I hope that many of you have heard this, that Google laid off 3,000 people, Amazon laid off 10,000 people, Facebook laid off 1,000 people. Have you guys heard about it? That all these big organizations were laying off in early this year. Guys, please understand, if these organizations are laying off, it doesn't mean that they are running the whole IT industry. Please understand that. IT is big. IT is big. IT is not running by these three organizations. Okay. So when we talk about cloud, or when we talk about AI, there are millions of organizations, there are millions of startups, there are mid-sized organizations. So IT is not laying off. If Facebook is laying off, it does not mean the entire IT is laying off. Please make sure, because these organizations are not able to perform well, they are laying off. But it doesn't mean that if 1,000 people are laid off, then in the same month, there are millions of people across the globe are hired as well. Okay. So please, if you hear these kind of a news, please, stay behind and do not believe all those news coming up, because always remember, these big organizations, maybe they are very big, but 3 or 4 organizations are not running IT. IT is much more than that. You visit McDonald's, right? There is a lot of IT system you will find over there. You are driving the car, there's IT. You are having your cell phone or smartphone with you, there's a lot of IT inside it. So IT is not small. Everywhere you see around yourself, you will find an IT application or IT hardware. You are attending, you have your laptop, there's a laptop industry, there's a smartphone industry. Everywhere you will see IT, everywhere. So that's why you don't believe all the myths that IT is going down. Honestly, if I tell you about 2022, so there was the IT employment increment across the globe. I'm talking about across the globe, that there was a IT employment increment by 3.2%. Though there was a time of COVID, right? We were just out of the COVID time, but there was an increment in IT employment by 3.2%, which is really good across the globe. If we talk about the 2023, this year itself, the IT employment rate has grown by 5.7%. So you see that there is a growth happening year on year. And when this is happening, it means there are new opportunities which are opening up. Okay. So please do not believe such news and do not get demotivated at any point of time. Now over here, you can see there's something which is written about salary. The average tech salary in United States annually is $152,000, which got reduced by the previous year. Okay, we are talking about 2023. So there's a reduction in the average pay salary. But if you look at the remote salary, people who are working remotely, and trust me, guys, more than 40% jobs are remote in IT. So there is an increment of 4.6%. So pay is getting improved even, in remote jobs. And you can see over here that the last fact we can see over here, 4.5 million software developers. There are 4.5 million software developers in United States. And you know what? Only 1.4% of the total people, they are, that's the unemployment rate. Can you imagine? Only 1.4% employment rate. Can you imagine? Only 1.4%, which is so less. If you compare this with any other industry, you will find that 1.4 is so less. Okay. And you can see over here, this is, filling roles remains challenging. In United States, filling roles remains challenges. It means recruiters and HRs are finding very difficult to hire people because, it's very difficult for them. It means that there are so many opportunities, but still they are not able to find skillful people. That's why I'm telling you that if in case you find people who try to demotivate you, please do not believe them. If there is a news coming up, please don't believe that. Okay. Now I'll just talk about the ladder of growth. This is the last thing which I want to talk about in today's session. So can anyone tell me what is the meaning of ladder of growth? So whosoever has joined us here today, can anyone tell me what is the ladder of growth? What does it mean? Anyone? Career growth? Some people are saying career growth. Yes. What else, guys? Technology advancement. Yes, very good. Learning new skills. What else, guys? Development. Is there anything else, guys? What is the ladder of growth? Okay, guys, when we are talking about, when we talk about IT, right? This is a message for everyone over here. We have to plan, okay? And the plan has to be big. You cannot plan just for next 1 year. Some of you have planned that, okay, within this year, I have to get a job. That's your plan. But you know what, guys? I plan big. And I really want you guys to plan big. Do you want to work down the line, 10 years down the line? Do you want to work as general manager or maybe president or president of the IT organization, or maybe, a director, MD director, managing director? Do you want to get on that role? Are you guys planning that? Anyone? This is how we have to plan. That in next 5 years, where am I going to be? Because if I'm not planning that, it doesn't mean that, we are not planning big, and we need to plan big. If you really want to plan, or if you want to get into an IT role, it is quite easy to get into IT role, trust me. But the plan is big. I want to work as general manager. Okay, I want to work as maybe a chief strategy officer, or maybe CEO, right? Or maybe I want to work as, CRO, which is chief risk officer. If you guys are planning big, that's the ladder of growth. Your growth is not that you got a job and you are able to work in IT. That's not the growth. Growth is that you are able to sustain the job and work on a bigger level down the 5 years down the line, and we have to work towards that. Okay, so that should be your plan. If you are able to plan it, I promise you guys, some of you will meet me after 5 years, and some of you will reach that position very soon. I have seen in my last 2 years, I have met people, they're handling a team of 5 people, 10 people, and they had no experience in IT. So I have seen those people as well, who were my own students. So I believe that people who are here, they are not planning only short-term goal, but you have the long-term goal planned, that I want to become a cybersecurity manager. Okay. I want to become a CRO. I want to become a chief security officer in one of the IT organization. If you're planning cybersecurity, if you're planning, getting into DevOps and automation, I want to become CTO, Chief Technical Officer, or Chief Technology Officer. So this is something which we guys have to plan, and this is the ladder of growth. So do you guys agree with me? Can we now plan a little big? Do you guys agree with me that it's important to plan big? Whosoever here and whosoever is serious about the career? Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for sending the response in the chat. It really motivates me. Okay. Now, yeah, so this is all, guys. I'm good. I'm just gonna show you one thing. Do you want to see today's hack? Everyone, do you want to see interview warm-up hack? So let's see the interview warm-up hack, which is very important for all of us here. So there is a website. Google has a website which is quite important for all of you. You can also give it a try. I did it myself. I tried it myself a couple of times. So you can visit google.com. Just a moment. So when you visit google.com, right? So you have to type here Google interview warm-up. Okay. You have to type Google interview warm-up. Google has created an interview warm-up small application. These are the key questions of certain interviews. So you can try visiting over here. Okay. And this is a very good application to just give it a try and practice before your interviews. And you can click on start practicing. When you click on start practicing, you will find different roles over here: cybersecurity, project management, IT support, data analytics, and then you can just give it a try. Go and check it out, like cybersecurity, and start your practicing. Okay. So you can give it a shot over here. This is
Hi,
very
let's
helpful.
practice an interview for cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Can you please tell me a bit about yourself?
Yeah. So over here, you can see it is asking you a question and you can turn on the mic and answer it. Give it a try, see how helpful it is. Maybe right before the interview, it can help you somewhere. So this is something which you guys, please promise me that you guys are going to use it and it's going to be very helpful. We are going to keep sharing such hacks coming up next. Okay. Make sure that you are using it. Also, please, guys, we are actually doing a lot of work on our YouTube channel. We are really increasing our, focus and investment, on YouTube channel. We really want all our students to go and subscribe. I promise you that the video which we are posting over here are going to be really great help. So you guys can go over here and access all the videos. We have planned coming up that we're going to post Python questions coming up and project management questions coming up. So guys, please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel and also watch the videos. I promise you that you will learn something new out of it in a very simple way. Okay, that's the way of Thinkcloudly, that we keep everything very simple. Okay, so that's it, guys, from my session. I hope you guys are not bored. Did you enjoy the session, everyone, or you got bored? You can be honest with me. Over to you, Diksha. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay, so everyone, I hope that it was very knowledgeable for you, and what Naman told today to everyone was very inspiring and admiring. So please let us know in the chat box. I hope it was a great session for you. Oh, I can see that a lot of people are commenting in the chat box. All right, Phil. So let's come upon the quiz time. So everyone, please gear up yourself. So now it's a quiz time. So what we're going to do is that for starting with the quiz, as you can see the QR code on the screen, and also we're going to provide you the link that would be in the chat box so that you can just click on the link and you can join the quiz. So what you have to do in the quiz is that you'll be getting 5 questions in the quiz and you'll be getting 30 seconds for each question. And once you mark your answer, you won't be able to change it. And the winner will be the one who will get higher score at a lesser time. And the one who will be the winner for today's quiz, they'll get the course worth $400. So everyone, please join the quiz. So we are waiting for you till then. Everyone, please, you can scan the QR code or you can just click on the link. All right, now, so now we are starting with the quiz. So everyone, please pay attention towards it and play it wisely. Okay, so far we have came across the third question, which is live now. And 2 more questions we're left with. Hurry up, guys. Okay, so now it's the last one. Let's see. Okay, so we have got the winner for today's quiz. That is Jairus. Congratulations, Jairus, for winning the quiz.
Congratulations, Jaresh. Guys, we can congratulate Jaresh for winning the quiz. I think the quiz was difficult this time, isn't it, everyone? Yeah, congratulations, Jaresh. Yeah. So guys, real quick, everyone. Jaresh will reach out to you, okay? And one of us will reach out to you and we'll share the next steps. And guys, this is an important thing. So you can make $100 per referral. If you have friends, kindly refer them. And the recording is going to be available in couple of days. You can reach out to your admin or you can reach out to any one of us for the recording. So over to you, Diksha. Thank you so much for joining, everyone.
Yes, everyone. So if you have any sort of question or you wanted to ask something, so feel free to ask in the chat box, or maybe earlier any question that has been left by us, so you can ask again so that we can answer it to you. And also, if you would like to give us some feedback so that we can come next time with some better topic or with some things that would be much better for the next time. So please give us some feedback regarding this. And yeah, if you have any other question, then do let us know in the chat box. And also, I wanted to remind one more thing that still, if you have any of your friend, relative, or you are interested for any of the course given in the webinar offer, then still we have the time. You can let us know in the chat box. You can provide us with the following information with your name, country name, course of interest, your email, so that we can reach out to you and you can grab those offer. Yes, everyone, please feel free to ask any question if you have in your mind.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Switch from non-IT to IT today. Explore www.thinkcloudly.com.